the social basics of the digital communication. We also learn about the positioning. You know about the positioning, right? The positioning, like the structure, like the function, like the significance of the social media in the media system. And we also learn about the success factor and how you can planning or how you can implement these social media based communication action. So it's really important. And the final, maybe it's not too much, but it's also the most important in the communication area nowadays. That means the legal and the ethical aspect. You do the communicate, that means you represent for the company. You talk about the company. You promise to the people about something related to your company and your product. So the ethical of the communicator is the more important thing. You tell something, you have to base on the true thing. You deliver to the customer, you deliver to the stakeholder. It means you talk something good about your company. You maybe hide something about your company, but that not mean you lie to the customer. That not mean you telling something is not good for the customer or for the stakeholder or for public. So remember, you are the communicator. You have to maintain and build up the ethical aspect in your career. So that's why we have some part we will talk about the ethical, the ethic in the digital communication. It's not all the lie, right? The people nowadays always said that, oh, don't trust in the communicator, don't trust in the company. They all tell the lie things, especially in the social media, where everybody can tell everything that they want, even if it's a lie things. So you need to learn about the ethic in the digital communication to maintain that in your career if you're working in that area. So about the course structure, your courses will be divided into four parts. Okay, excuse me, but can you hear me clearly? Could you hear me clearly?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, thank you. So okay, so your course will be divided into 4 parts. The first part is all about the unit 1. We'll learn about some introduction of the digital and social media communication. I have to tell you something first. These courses, we just give you some theoretical things about the digital communication and social media communication. We not tell you some tactic. We not tell you some technique, how to do it. We just tell you what is it. We just teach you, okay, basically, fundamentally, some knowledge related to the digital. You understanding me? That means even if you learn this course, that not mean you can run in that business. Okay, because we not teach you the tactic. We not teach you the technique. We just tell you and give you a literature and the knowledge about what is the digital and social media communication. So don't expect too much about that after you learning this course. So you can running the camping ad, so you can running the social media communication like, or you can running the sell campaign. No, we not teach you how to do that. We just teach you what is it, what is the purpose, and how you can combine and how you can integrate this tool with other traditional communication media. That's all for PR purpose. Okay, so remember that for me. The unit 2, we will learn about some channel, or we will learn about some tool of the digital and social media communication. Now you will learn about the sell, okay, search engine optimization. You also learn about some kind of the social media tool like the social. We also have a 4 genre in the social media, as I will tell you later. And you also have some channel like the blog, like landing page. We'll also learn about the micro blog. We'll also learn about some RSS as well. So we will learn about that in Unit 2. Unit 3 is that the most important things that make the social media communication become more advantageous than other traditional communication media is that you can easily to tracking and measure the effectiveness of the social media campaign, right? It's easier for you to know about how many people follow you, how many people engage with you, how many people can share your post, how many people can contact with your company, how many people visit your website, etc. So the way that you can evaluate and measurement the effectiveness of the social media is a key thing here. So we will learn about Unit 3, how many ways that we can evaluate and measure the effectiveness of the social media campaign. And the Unit 4, as I mentioned earlier, it's all about the ethics in the digital communication. So it's really important. You work in that area, you have to be ethical. You need to get an ethic, or you need to be ethical, okay? So this is Unit 4. So 4 units for whole subject course. It lasts for 28 unit hour. Course structure. Of course, this is the books and references. We also have a 3 reference book. It's easily for you to download it through the internet. It's a free ebook. The first, this is in your syllabus, okay? This is a requirement and the fundamentally things from your university, Cram University. They ask you to have read this reference. This is a fundamental book. The first is the Public Relations and the Social Web by Rob Brown. This is the main book of these courses. This is the main book. The secondly is the Digital Strategy for Powerful Corporate Communication. So actually, this is another subject complement with the corporate communication, which you are going to learn tomorrow. So digital strategy, the digital strategy for corporate communication. Using the digital strategy to communicate with your stakeholder. So that is all about this course. The third is the Social Media Marketing by Tracy Lilton and Michael Solomon. So this book, this is the third. I recommend you to read this book. This is really interesting book. Social Media Marketing. It's really interesting book that I recommend you to read it, to know more about the social media. Because in that book, they will illustrate and represent a lot of the figure and a lot of the tactic way. Okay, they introduce you, they represent how the digital communicator can running every single tool of the social media. So it's really interesting. It's really easy for you to learning this. It's really easy for you to read it. And so I recommend that you should read this book, okay? So 3 book, free ebook, easily for you to download it through the internet. So hopefully it could help for you. This could be helpful for you. About the assessment, please remember for me that about the assessment, you will have 1 midterm test. Of course, this is an in-class test, closed book. I will design this test, maybe mix between the multiple choice and short case or open question. hopeful, or I can give you some open question mixed with a shortcake in the midterm test. And this test will be are going to happen expected in week 4 and week 3 and week 5. Okay, around that. Another component of the final assessment is the group project, accounted for 20%. So this is a group project. So because you just have 38 people in this class, so I'm going to pick up maybe 5 or 6 group. Each group consists of let me see, 38 divided to 6. Okay, so you will have a 6 group. Yeah, 6 group. Each group have 6 member to 7 member. Okay, around this. So I will divide it all of you into 6 group. Clear? And the final exam account for 60%. So this is a written test and closed book, of course, for offline. And if something become worse due to the pandemic, so you might be there if you have an online test. So it could be the written test with open books for online by English, of course. Okay, so this is the final exam, 60%. And of course, you will have, according to the regulatory of the Cram University, so you might know about that. You will have 3 times to do the final exam. So final exam account for 60%. Okay, closed book for offline, open book for online, and written by English. So it's all about the assessment. 3 components. One is the midterm test. Second is group project, and final exam accounts for 60%. Of course, the attendance, we not give a score for the attendance, but the attendance is the condition for you to have qualified for attending the final exam or not. So remember that. I will check the attendance every single lesson. Okay, so this is a group project. This is a topic of your group project. So you have to choose the specific company or brand that you know. And you conduct a research on the particular brand or company. And of course, their social media channel. After that, you will develop the social media marketing strategy for the brand organization in order to reach the PR purpose. I will teach you how to develop the social media marketing plan or the social media marketing strategy later. But you need to apply what I teach you in order to do your group project. Okay, so this is your topic. You have 2 missions here. The first is conducting a research about the brand or about the company and their social media channel. You have to analyze what they want. You have to analyze what is happening with your company. And you also have to analyze every single thing related to their social media channels. Like, do they have a fan page? Do they have a website? How are they? And you can using some evaluation and measurement of this strategy of the social media in order to analyze this, right? About the qualification of the quality of the post that they use, that they wrote, they post in through the social media. How about the conversation that they made in the social media, etc. What about the company? What about the brand? What is the strength? what is the most significant or USP of your brand compared to the competitor. So you need to conduct a research. The first part of your project is about the research on your particular brand and the social media channel. And the next, and after that, you will suggest and propose something related to the social media marketing strategy in order to enhance or improve this effectiveness of the communication through the social media channel of the company. So that is your group project. About your project, all of you will have a presentation. Okay, all groups have to present in class. And the presentation, you will make a PowerPoint and PPT, of course, and you will have oral present with the teacher or with the lecturer in class, okay? And it expected in the 2 last week of this course. Maximum 30 minutes to present, no extension. And of course, the grade will be deducted if over time. About the group report, you present the group report in Word and please submit to the teacher before the presentation date. Of course, the exact date will be informed by the lecturer through email, or I will inform to you the exact time in class, okay, later. Your group report will be, the length of your group report will last for, it's all about 10 to 20 pages, and not including the exhibit and table, of course. So the net for the report is 10 to 20 pages. I need you to present and write down the group report with the logic, straight and simple presentation, okay? Don't make it complicated. Okay, so that is a train code, right? The people make it complicated. So please don't make it complicated, okay? So this is an assignment. Oh, this is a group project, sorry. About the team evaluation, with the group leader should allocate the rate for each member based on their contribution for the assignment and a track with the Word report, please. Grade structure, you will have a 60% for Word report, 40% of the group score, group grade for presentation. Each member should make an appearance in the presentation. That means all of you have to present. Either present or ask the question for other groups or answer the question for other group. If anyone in your group not present in class, so they have to take charge on the asking question for other group, or they have to take a responsible for answer the questions. So all of you have to work with your group project, okay? Grade will be evaluated individually based on the team evaluation, based on the lecture evaluation about your presentation in class. So your grade, your group grade will be evaluated individually. And this is some suggestion or some recommendation, some instruction for your group project. I just tell you one time and explain to all of you one time. Okay, so please listen carefully. Okay, so basically you can change a little bit about that. You can change a little bit. But for sure that I recommend that you should divide your project into 5 parts like this. The first is introduction of your company and your brand. If you choose a brand, so you just introduction about your brand. If you choose a company, you can introduction about your company. Secondly, you need to analyze the digital and social media marketing function or situation. And situation, and that means you conduct a research. It means you conduct a research about your social media situation, and overview and evaluate the current social media channel of the company. You can mix between the part 2 and part 3. You can mix if you want, or you can separate into 2 parts if you want. It depends on you, okay? Analyze the situation, or analyze the situation mix with the evaluate the current social media channel of the company. It depends on you. But if you mix, you also have to ensure that you analyze carefully about the social media marketing situation, internal and external factor, and you know and evaluate the current social media channel of the company. Again, so you can divide it into 2 parts, or separate into 2 parts, or you can mix it in 1 part. Okay, so that's okay with me. The third part is that the fourth is that after you analyze the situation, after you analyze about the social media channel, so you need to identify some problem or detect some weaknesses of its current strategy. So you have to make a conclusion after you conducting about the company, after you conducting about the situation of your company, after you research about the social media channel of the company. So what's happened? What is the weakness? What is the problem of the current social media strategy that company are implementing? Okay, so after you detect or after you identify the problem of its current strategy, so part 5 is that you develop the new social media and online marketing plan for the firm or organization. What could you want to change, or what could be changed in the future in order to do the social media could be better? So this is a content of your group project, and this is my instruction that you need to follow. And of course, the specific content of this group project like this, you are going to, all of you are going to learn in the unit 1. So don't worry about that, okay? So don't worry. All the content are going to learn in the unit 1. But I recommend that you should divide your group project into 5 parts like this. Maybe in the part 5, it's not it not be must that you have to follow all activity or all things of the plan of the social media plan. But at least you have to make sure that you can identify the target audience. You can suggest some improvement or some solution for the social media strategy or for the social media channel. Okay, that is a fundamental things. So this is a group project content. And the final is some regulation. And after we back to the offline class, and so you have to follow for me on time. No voice in class, please. No sleep, no food, no cell phone, no laptop, iPad, iPod, and other, except the presentation. So this is a class regulation. So this is all of the introduction about this